Hello, guys. It is June 14th, 2026. I will be talking about the top news today. There's in particular one news story that is connecting really well to my predictive drawing. I do predictive drawings of the near future that has to do with the top news, and then I argue that there is, a sort of cascade of news that reminds of each other, and that it is like this because of a fractal nature to reality. And I express this in the form of drawings. I make art and then I compare it to the top news that arrives later. I will kind of apologize already now because I'm going to be very dry, it's like if I talk if I talk entirely openly, it's going to sound a bit insane, so I kind of don't do that. I only keep to the facts so that I make a feasible presentation, right? So because of the gaslighting kind of feel people feel afraid of these things, and so they get um, hateful because of that. People are hateful because there is fear, and there is jealousy also, because I'm actually able to do these drawings continuously, and it will I can kind of guarantee that there will be this connection to the near future in the drawings that I do. And this is irritating because people believe that they can yeah, okay, whatever. If this is possible to do what I do, then suddenly there is something that can be done that no one does, and that creates a sense of lack. It creates a sense of not uh, doing something, okay? And people don't want to experience that, so um, yeah. So it will be a bit dry, this presentation. I'm sorry about that. Um, okay, because I don't want to sound insane. Okay, so a bungee jump is in the top news. It happened. She was thrown off a bridge without a secured bungee cord in Brazil. It happened in Limeira, and it starts with lime, right? And uh, so I'm going to hold the drawing on the side like this, because if you check, there's a bridge, someone is thrown off the bridge, right? Down the, if you think like that, flies down the bridge. You have the pillars, you have um, Limeira, right? And there's been arrests because and they did a video of this also. Like, this is video recorded. It's basically all over the YouTube. People cannot even imagine what I'm doing here, so it's like I don't know. I'm trying to show you the facts, but still people cannot believe it. And that's even, it's like the best people out there don't get it. It's almost like that, except for a few, or a very, 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 very few. And I don't know why you are able to get it. While, I mean, there are some people out there that are, you know, they are spiritual, and they are smart, but it's still some kind of parasitic mindset hidden deep inside that makes it just become um, I don't know exactly what to call it, but it becomes I don't know why it is like this, okay? Why is it like this? Anyhow, um, so Limeira has actually a strong connection to Lime. You know, it starts with Lime, and my channel is besides from making drawings of the future, I've talked a lot about Lime on my channel. There's a Lime on my banner on my channel. I've written a book about Lime. I'm how do you say? I'm in the process of making a second book about Lime. Um, so these things are like fingerprints. So what's happening is that, if I would tell you why wasn't the cord attached, right? Yeah, to the woman jumping off the bridge. Why wasn't it attached? Uh, so let's just think about how long ago was it I did this drawing. It was June 6, and I uploaded a video about this. I told you that there would be connections to the top news. I told you that they're also going, like, in this text. I also show you that there will be fingerprints to the artist, to in this case me, okay? So where did I have that? Let me just show it to you so you um, so you see there in the middle of this document, I show this when I draw. So if you look at the top now, traces of the artist fingerprints onto the future world stage, which is something that will be presented in detail and added to blah blah blah. Okay, so this is something that I know. I kind of know how this world works a bit, and I'm just trying to show you the facts. Okay, I'm trying to show you the facts. And one very important thing about science. So first of all, maybe you think about, oh, science. This is not science. You say something like that. Well, let's go. Let's think about what science is. Okay, so science means to think. As it comes from this very old word, science. Like, wait, um, science. Wait a moment, okay. Um, Scienta, Latin noun scienta, which means knowledge, awareness, or understanding. Okay, so science comes from a Latin word that means knowledge and awareness and understanding. Okay, but also in the modern sense, you could say that science is to repeat an experiment. Okay, like, what is valid, what has validity? Well, what is a valid theory? Well, it's something that you can repeat, it's something that you can do over and over again. There is something that you basically, like, you have to have confidence to repeat something, and when you repeat it, then you basically know it. Okay, that's a bit of the modern idea, as I see it, at least. Okay. So this is what I'm doing on my channel. Maybe you think it's not entirely clear. There's a bit of an interpretation, but still you can see the traces of some kind of fingerprints of lime in the Limeira. Okay, so this is it's almost like it requires the listeners to have first of all, you need to have some brains, to be able to see that there is uh, something reasonable going on here. And if you don't think it's reasonable, just be patient, because I'll do more, and I'll make these seemingly insane statements that will turn out to have a validity in them, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing these statements, and then I show you the validity in the connection to the top news. I argue that there is a kind of fractal cascade, or some kind of clustering of news that remind of each other, are uh, but they are also, like, logically speaking, they are supposed to not have a causal link, okay? Purely logically speaking, if you think with a human, how do you say, time goes forward kind of thinking, then you then you cannot see a causal link. And when you cannot see the causal link, then you kind of make a rational conclusion that do not spend time thinking about this, because you will never figure it out. And that's where we differ in this case, because I looked into these kind of things and I figured out something, okay? Now I can draw these things and I can repeat it. I can repeat this. I will. I already know a bit what to draw next. I'll make a new drawing in a while, but the whole idea is that there should be an intellectual honesty in the audience. There should be an intellectual honesty in in administrators that censor. There should be an honesty, okay? And here's the thing, um, who am I? Like, who can I? Like, even if you ignore what I do, and you kind of gaslight me in this way to like, basically, I deserve to be heard because I'm right, okay? It's as simple as that. I am right, so I deserve to be heard. You need to uh, you Here's the thing, I'm not going to talk about what I know. Like, I know a lot of things. I'm not going to talk about that. There's going to be a lot of pressure, uh, a lot of, how do you say, there will be a lot of time if people catches on to what I do. Then there will be a lot of time until I talk, because I kind of didn't I don't feel that we have um, a good correspondence here with there's not good the correspondence with the audience, and there's basically no intellectual honesty to what's going on. Because of the lack of honesty, I I refuse to talk. I refuse to to share my knowledge that I have. But I also want to share. I want to share my knowledge. I want to talk, but at the same time, um, there is no such audience. Like, the audience does, like, people that can learn from me, they don't exist, okay? You are not like, you, like, yeah, I could talk, I could say you are not receptive, okay? You are not receptive to what I know. You are not uh, able to, or maybe, I don't know if it's even able, um, Anyhow, um, like that's okay. Like if you don't want to learn, if you don't want to have the intellectual honesty to admitting what I do, then that's the choice. And I um, I simply continue to paint the future top news, and you like that's going to be humiliating. Like that's going to be humiliating. That I paint the future, and that's basically and then basically you see it play out, and it's like you live in the past, you know? You're like you guys are going to live in the past. What you think is what you think is present time is going to become the past. Okay? You get it? Which puts you in some kind of situation of yeah, you know, when the present becomes the past, like that's not whatever. Whatever, guys. Um, so yeah, I would like to talk about what I know, but there is this special way that internet works nowadays. There's a special way that people works, like how people think that is, you know, corrupted. Even the best of the best are corrupted in their mind, and it's sad, you know. It's sad to me. But and also let me be honest, like this kind of art that I do, it has a sort of butterfly effect in it. It is there is a potency in it, okay? You could call it magic, but you don't have to call it magic also. You could just call it um, you know, I know something, and then I have this I have been thinking a lot, you know, I've been thinking so much about things and figured things out that I talk to no one I don't talk to no one about these things that I this there's, you know, a special kind of methodology to what I do. There's a special kind. I'm just a thinker. I'm not I wasn't I couldn't always do this, okay? I've been seeing through things, you could say. I've been decoding how this world works, and then I started seeing the yeah, seeing more and more, and realizing that there is no point to talk about it because um yeah, and I cannot tell you exactly why I can't talk about it, because also that sounds it sounds a bit insane also when when I tell you why can't I talk about things. Well, it's because I don't want to talk about why I can't talk about things. Oh, that doesn't tell you much. But um, let me just tell you one more thing. This thing here, it happened in Limeira. Okay, you realized it's a connection to my channel. My channel is the Lime channel. It's a lot about Lime. Okay. Um, so the thing is, uh, this kind of drawing um, charms reality. It charms people. It charms uh, animate and inanimate objects. It charms uh, things that are both dead or alive. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but um, it yeah, I'm aware of that. So, in other words, if I wouldn't do such a drawing, then some of these things wouldn't have happened. Okay, maybe this is such an event that is, you know, there's a lot of intensity. If you think about intensity. If you think about this drawing here as a control signal, okay, think about it as, you know, in you know, some kind of physical technical sense. This is a control signal, and when the control signal is amplified in a way, it becomes amplified in some way, because that's what resonance is. So when it works like that, it eventually becomes how do you say? I don't know what to say anymore. Okay. Then it eventually charms things. Okay, that's what's going on here. But the most interesting things are is what I don't talk about, right? Um, and I would like to talk, but I don't. I don't. I don't talk about things. I just show you the facts, okay? I just show you. Look now. You see some news. You see it connects. That's all. You see it connects to me also. And some people would think that that's just insane, right? That it connects to you personally. Well, not in a fractal world, you know. In a fractal world, when it connects, it's not insane, because there is this resonance between things. And yeah, okay, okay. So there's already been lots of other things that I talked about. I talked about the Pope Leo in relation to this drawing also, right? Pope Leo. But now it's the flying theme of bungee jump, and a woman jumping without a bungee cord, and everything was caught on video, and it's all over YouTube now. So who's going to see my video? Basically, you could argue that this is the reason, like, this is the reason why, you know, at least, why would I say so? Well, because you see the lime, right? it's it's weird. um so when I do these drawings, it's like everyone lives in the past. I'm already thinking, like, I'm already thinking about the future, and already now, week a week before I actually will paint something, I'm already thinking about the future. I'm already thinking about what's going to happen next. I'm already thinking about it. And as it is with my drawings, there is a continuous link between the drawings. There is a continuity between the drawings themselves. Okay. Okay. I'll just end this video now. See you another time. Bye bye.